This summer, return to a real hot spot.
I know a place where the four of us can go and
Meet new people. Breathe fresh air. Enjoy water sports. Fall in love.
I love you.
Bring the kids. Come back. The insanity continues. Meatballs Part 2. Rated PG.
Now playing at a theater near you.
We've been waiting for the summer all year long, waiting for the summer to sing this song about the swimming and the women and the fun and the sun and the sun. We've been waiting for the summer to get unstressed from the cramming and examing, gotta take a rest. Waiting patient for the summer and now the waiting's done.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 30 of the Video Rangers podcast. I'm Mike Spinacco. Sitting beside me is Chris Dietz. Say hello, Chris.
Hello, everyone, and we have a wonderful episode for our 30th episode. We're doing the iconic camp movie that everyone needs to see, Meatballs Part 2.
1984. The premiere summer camp movie.
The premiere, yeah.
Aired all the time on Comedy Central.
What is the premiere summer camp movie, you think?
Meatballs?
Realistically. Could it be
Oddballs? Party Camp?
Camp Nowhere?
Camp Nowhere?
What's that?
Heavyweights? Space Camp.
I hate Space Camp.
You don't like Space Camp?
Fucking
I love when
boring.
they go up there.
Didn't Jim Varney do a camp movie, the first one?
Oh, Ernest Goes to Camp.
Ernest Goes to Camp.
Like
yes,
that
I couldn't
one.
think of that.
I like that movie.
How could I forget Ernest Goes to Camp?
Oh, yeah. How dare you?
Meatballs Part 1.
Yeah.
Oh, just Meatballs, I
Meatballs
suppose.
3. Meatballs 4.
I don't think there's a definitive camp movie.
Friday the 13th?
That was my next guess.
Excluding horror movies, because there's tons of those. Cheerleader Camp, Sleepaway Camp.
Sleepaway Camp.
Yeah.
There is archery.
There is.
There's none of that in this. There's no camp activities.
No, there was no capture the flag.
No.
Nothing.
No. Nothing of the sorts.
The cook wasn't a fucking rapist.
Well, he had his own problems.
He was killing horses.
He's feeding people horses.
Yes, he was. The French chef.
I just that's looked over. Like no one cares that there's a fucking horse, a dead fucking horse he was bringing into the kitchen.
Tell the chef this is low grade dog food.
Yeah. Dog food.
Meatballs Part 2.
Meatballs Part 2.
1984. All right, so it was released on July 27th, 1984. Has a rating of PG, a runtime of 1 hour and 27 minutes. Budget is, we don't know where it is or what it is. And a gross of $5.4 million at the U.S. box office.
Why is it called Meatballs?
Part 2?
Because there's Italians in it?
What do you mean, like originally? Why was the original movie called Meatballs?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Meatballs. They're just bunch of meatballs.
It's supposed to be like, dopes, kind of, right?
Well,
like,
it was a toss-up between Meatballs and Brajols.
Brajols, yeah.
This movie was originally called Pinkies.
It should have been. It's creepy.
No, originally, this movie was supposed to be called Space Kid.
Yes. Space Kid!
Space Kid. They threw on the Meatballs, too, to
I imagine if it had been called Space Kid, there would have been more Space Kid scenes. Because he's not in it like a whole lot.
No, he's not a whole lot. But, I mean, there's all kinds of information out there to try to...
There is. That's been deleted from the internet somehow, too.
It's been deleted. But,
But Mike remembers it, so don't worry.
Because I'm an avid Meatballs 2 fan. And Chris knows this because I happen to own an original movie poster.
He has a fucking poster. And it's just burned in my fucking into my brain. This fucking the image.
I paid like $25 for that thing and had it framed.
Ask yourself, would you pay $25 for a Meatballs Part 2 poster?
Absolutely. Everybody listening
Worth
to this
every
podcast
penny, right?
would pay for that poster. The insanity continues.
It's a vastly different movie from the first one.
Oh yeah.
Way different.
Now, here's the thing about the first movie. I like the first movie. I think that Bill Murray is great.
He saves the movie.
But the movie itself has some parts that fucking drag.
The thing about it I like about that one is it's very I feel like I am at camp.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the things that they do, like they do
Yeah.
the activities, they go through the motions.
Yeah.
Bill Murray is just fucking charming in it.
He's great, and he's just
great.
fucking just.
Is that his first movie?
No, it's maybe.
Starring movie, maybe for
I
starring
know
role.
that it was like a movie that he didn't even want to do. He wanted to hang
Yeah,
around
he wanted
play
to
baseball.
play baseball.
Yeah, and Ivan Reitman convinced him to do it, but
He wanted to play Little League for a while.
yeah. But no, me and the original Meatballs, it's good. Not, I wouldn't say it's great.
No,
but
it's
I
not
do
great.
I do like it.
I like it.
I do
enjoy
like
it. Yes.
Now, Meatballs 2 is a very different movie. Like I said, it's not a direct sequel. It's one of those movies that just gets the
It
name.
just kind of took the name, yeah.
The first one's at Camp North Star. This one's at Camp Sasquatch.
This is more on the kids instead of because Bill Murray's kind of like him and one of the kids is the main.
Well, the whole
the
thing
main
is him
point.
and Rudy, and like the other characters are just kind of
Every now and then they come in.
Yeah, this one focuses less on counselors and more on campers, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I know this guy's, they're supposed
Well,
to be
CITs,
yeah.
but that's not the same
All
thing.
right. Anyway, so
All right, let's
yeah,
well,
let's
into the movie.
Get into this movie. So the movie opens up with a phenomenal theme song.
Not as good as the Meatballs
Not
Part 1
nearly
theme song,
as good.
or memorable.
No, it's not as memorable. The most memorable part is the fact that they use the same word like 3 times in a row.
Sun.
Waiting for the summer to sing in the fun in the sun, in the sun, in the sun.
We think that's what he said. We're not sure.
I'm not positive on that, but
We're not looking it up because I don't care enough. That's the real reason. It's just, you know what? I don't care.
oh god.
That's what he
Listen,
says.
the plot of this movie is so fucking ridiculous. Owner of Camp Sasquatch and some crazy kids and an alien try to save a camp from closing. That's basically
Well,
the essentials of the movie.
Isn't that always the plot of these kind of like, the ski
Oh, we
school is
gotta
gonna
save-
close. We gotta save the mountain.
Exactly.
You know?
It's repetitive. Yeah, we've seen this before. Heavyweights is like that. Fucking
We gotta save the camp,
Yeah,
save
always
the
gotta
gym, the fucking the Ben Stiller's in the other movie with the dodgeball. We gotta
Yeah.
save the Average Joe's gym now. I mean,
yeah. I mean, if you're in a Revenge of the
it's
Nerds
been
movie,
used over and
no
over and
on
over.
15.
It's been beaten to fucking
Yeah.
death.
but it's 1984, so it hasn't been
It's
quite
still kind of new.
beaten enough. So the movie opens up with a bus speeding down the highway, driven by Paul Rubens.
Pee Wee Herman,
Yes,
the one and only.
the one and only. And there's insanity going on the bus because we need to let you know that this movie's gonna be crazy.
Wait, it's basically just kids throwing. There's like parts where kids are just rolled
It's
up
insanity.
paper everywhere. I don't know.
Dogs
I don't
and
know what you
cats
call it. Paper
living
ball
together.
fight. I don't.
Yeah.
They're throwing shit at each
Yeah.
other.
A police car is speeding up behind them with its lights on and pulls the bus over. And that is when we are introduced to our protagonist. Is that how you say it?
I suppose.
Yeah.
You're the English major. You tell me.
I didn't pay attention.
Let's go, punk. You're holding up the bus. I ain't never held up a bus in my life. But it sounds like a good idea. I wonder the judge said either this or reform school. It's always nice to have a choice.
Flash.
What's his real name? Did you write that
Oh,
down?
his real name is John Menegatti. Menegatti?
No, his real name in the movie. Remember, he's embarrassed by
Oh,
it.
it's like Alphonse
Armand
Armand. Oh, yeah. Armand something.
Tanzan
Yeah.
Armenian Tanzan.
Yeah.
Some fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. I love it, like, when the cop, like, takes him out, he gets him out of the car, he's like, yeah, you're holding the bus up. I never hold up no bus in my life.
If you're a Simpsons fan, it kind of it's like this Principal Skinner's real name. If you know that, that's a real obscure thing. I can't even remember it. That's how bad it is. This is a terrible podcast.
Yeah.
I have no information for you. Armand Tanzarian. Remembered it. Yes. Armand
his name?
Tanzarian. Yes, it's revealed later.
Tanzarian.
It's revealed in a later episode.
Oh, God. So I love when he gets on the bus, though, and he runs into one of his friends or somebody that he kind
He
of
knows.
Yeah.
Eddie, I think his name is.
Yeah. And it's the dumbest fucking conversation ever. Like, don't tell me you're going to camp. Like, well, where
the fuck you going?
No, we just, I'm getting dropped off in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
You know?
You're going to camp too? Like, yeah, dickhead. And then very Italian.
Oh, yeah.
Before you think we're very New York.
Yeah. No. Yeah,
So he got.
I ain't seen you since we whipped them mooks over on the east side. You remember that?
Yeah, back on 101st
Yeah.
Street. They got the hair slicked back. The one guy.
Real greasers, like
Pretty much.
Bensonhurst. And then you've got the chick from Escape from Witch Mountain, Kim Richards. She's playing Cheryl. And
Is she the experienced one or the inexperienced
she's
one?
the inexperienced one.
Okay.
Like she's looking at the magazines with the
blonde.
chick, and she goes, she doesn't know what she's looking at or something. And the one girl's like, "Oh, what are you from outer space?" She's like, "Kind of."
Yeah.
Throwback
to
to
that.
the Disney
which is
movie.
a nice little touch.
No, it is. It is.
Wow. Are you an athlete or something? You from outer space or what? Well, sort of.
So then we get a guy in a speeding wheelchair coming up behind.
Yes.
Again, letting you know this movie's crazy.
Well, it kind of reminds me of Silver Bullet.
It does, which is later though. It's like what, 86?
It might be.
Something
So
like that.
someone got the idea though. I'd imagine. I thought there must have been some handicapped kid somewhere.
Yeah.
Who had a speeding wheelchair, crashed and became more handicapped because it looks dangerous.
But I like how the kid and the guy that you actually see in the wheelchair are completely different sizes.
They need a stunt man.
Well, obviously,
He's going pretty quickly in this souped up wheelchair thing, and it looks like he can topple over any second.
Yeah, no, there's definitely the regulations.
It doesn't look safe.
No, not at all. Meanwhile,
what's gonna happen? I gotta cripple him. Hey, but
wow, that was inappropriate. But then you're getting introduced to everybody. So you have Paul Rubens as the wacky bus driver.
Yep.
You've got a nerdy counselor who really wants to hook up with the big-breasted counselor.
Well, who doesn't?
You're meeting all the fucking the kids, and
the woman tells him to keep your pinkies away from my girls.
Yeah, that starts the trend. Then Pinky is said every 5 minutes.
Every which way.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, Pinky is supposed to be dick.
Yeah.
Keep your guys' dicks away from my girls.
Yeah. I mean, and what I like about this movie, the first 11 minutes of this PG movie is nothing but fucking shenanigans. You've got Pinky talk, you've got fucking drug talk, you've got Mother of the Year suggesting, don't pay for your pot, and boys only want it when you don't want it. And
I don't want you smoking pot.
Ma, I might just experiment.
Well, don't pay for it. And remember, boys only want one thing.
What's wrong with that?
They never want it when you want it.
I like how it opens up though, because you get the first 10 minutes of the movie, you're like, all right, what am I in for? I might be in for a great titty movie.
You would, looking at the cover, you would think that there's going to be some nudity in it. Not so much.
Unfortunately, no. You got a fucking kid that's got fucking stuffed animals.
Not stuffed animals, but
well, there's stuffed animals. There's stuff like
real animals,
taxidermy.
That's it.
Yeah. You've got another kid who's a candy salesman, but they set him up like a drug dealer.
That's a real thing in camp, though.
I know, but
there's always some kids selling some candy on the low.
I know. He's like, you need a fix? I got Clark bars. Well, you're the worst drug dealer ever, man.
I got Reggie bars.
He's walking around with Clark bars, and everybody's like, he's got the dirt weed.
Clark bars? Yeah, I don't really like Clark bars.
When are you buying a Clark bar ever in your life?
It's like toffee, isn't it?
No, it's peanut butter and chocolate. It's kind of like a Butterfinger.
I think I bought a bag of Clark bars, because I saw a mini bag of Clark bars that I've never seen before during Halloween, and I bought them. I was disappointed.
You should be.
They weren't that great.
No, you need to try. You know what's Zagnut? Get yourself a Zagnut.
They still make those?
Yeah, they do.
I want.
Go to the Cracker Barrel. They sell them in there.
I kind of want an O. Henry bar.
The gas station down the street from your house actually has O. Henry bars. I checked the date on them though. So there's another camp across. There's always a rival camp in all these fucking movies. There's the rival evil camp. In Camp North Star, they had the fucking
rich camp kind of
the camp that was like the
well-off camp.
The sport camp. They kept whipping their ass in every fucking event. In this one, they're army, like an army camp.
Is it Camp Patton?
Yeah, Camp Patton.
Yeah, it's military camp.
We don't play for fun.
They're just playing up the military thing.
They're evil. They're organized, and across the lake is insanity, like the tagline. The insanity.
I like
continues.
the guard is this little fucking 8-year-old.
I know.
the road guard. It's just like, really? This is what I sent my kid to do, is to be the guard to let cars in. with the fucking arm. You know, lower and raise the arm to let people in.
Well, you got to learn, responsibility.
And like they painted everything green in this place just because it's the army camp. Like the cabin and the watchtower and everything's fucking green. Whatever. He's a little tiny guy.
He is.
Compared to John Larroquette.
He's got Napoleon system.
I suppose, yeah, that's what they're going for.
Syndrome. I said system. Abandoned childhood.
Man.
All ye who enter here.
Flash is a real tough guy. I gotta give him that.
He's so fucking
He
cool.
just tells people to buzz off.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
He's not really likable.
No, he's awful. I don't like him at all.
No, he's a dickhead. He's a pinky head.
Yeah, he's a real dork. The campers are settling in, and they're getting their bunk assignments. And the owner of the camp, Coach Giddy,
from Empty Nest.
Is that where he's from? I knew him from
Nest.
somewhere.
Can't remember his real name.
He meets Flash, and he tells Flash right away, like, "Listen, convict, I don't want any fucking trouble here." And he hears that Flash is good with his hands, and he's trying to recruit him as a sparring partner for his prize fighter for
whatever reasons. I don't even. Champ of the Lake. Oh, yeah.
Because in every single camp movie, at the end of the year, they play the rival camp.
Well, like the Meatballs.
Yeah.
Like the first one, they have like a whole Olympic kind of tournament.
Yeah.
This is just one event.
Yeah.
It's kind of boring, you think?
This is just a boxing match.
I'm surprised they didn't do a couple more events and then have the boxing event be like the main.
I know, but
event.
That last the boxing match is so fucking good though that it's just, I mean, they get everything right on a technical level.
Oh, they do.
They do. His footwork at the end is just. I had heard that Muhammad Ali was a consultant on this part of the movie, and it shows. The quality is top notch.
Don't bullshit a bullshitter, Mike.
So the little kids are who Flash is assigned to. He will be the CIT for the.
That's his first community service. That's why. That's why he's here.
Because that's what we do with community service.
We send him to camp.
Yeah, we send convicts to camp.
We send them to camp
to guard small children, and
he basically tell them to fuck off.
Yeah. I don't do problems. You got any problems? Take them to the left because I don't do them.
You got any problems? Take them to the lake.
Yeah.
Get out of my face.
Listen, I'm fresh off the set of White Shadow. I got some clout here.
He's not tall enough for the White Shadow.
No, he's not. I don't know what role he played on that show.
Probably got dunked on.
Yeah. I'm assuming he was the ball boy.
Maybe he was the racist Italian.
Yeah, that's what he was.
Hey, Goomba, get the hell out of Bensonhurst.
He's not even Italian. He's Irish.
Is he?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No. Not with a name like Menjati or not. That'd be something. Oh, I'm from Dublin.
So now we meet the women CIT, or they're just
these are just
campers, but they're older.
They're
so that's why it's like
the 16-year-olds maybe.
Yeah, but like so is Flash, right? Or maybe he's supposed to be older.
I think Flash is 18.
All right,
I'm gonna guess.
Fair enough. I mean, it really runs the gamut from little kids to older kids.
Yeah.
And so what you learn here is you got the blonde girl who is the love interest, and the rest of the girls are kind of like skanks.
Yeah.
Like they've pretty much done it all.
Well, no, they're just young girls that are acting like they've done it all. I'm sure they've done something more than her.
They've definitely. Well, they all have seen live action penises.
Yes.
Which says a lot.
They've all seen.
If you've seen a dick in live action, you've probably done something to that penis.
All right.
Well, it's just if you got it just makes sense.
Sold me.
I know when I didn't like, hey girls, check it out.
Up to this point, you think you're in for a straight old camp movie, and then you see a UFO.
Space Kid.
Bring in the aliens.
Yeah, I mean E.T.'s big.
What's
Star Wars?
Yeah.
All space stuff is a big deal. So I feel like this is just a sell to get more people in the theaters, maybe. Like, oh, there's aliens in it too.
Oh, it's camp. It's a teen sex comedy. Got some aliens.
You get, 2 adult aliens dropping off their kid.
They just so happen to be Jewish.
They're a Jewish family. Well, they sound like it at least.
I'd say so.
At least. It's a terrible rubber suit. He looks kind of like a log of shit. I mean, that's what they look like.
It is.
Their
so
eyes light up.
bad.
It looks like just clay. It looks really bad though.
Yeah. And you know what though? The conversation is so fucking terrible. Like it's really
so cliche
bad.
and
I actually
stereotypical.
think that the alien landing sequence that we get here is probably one of the weakest parts of the movie, where it's like, holy shit! Like this, somebody thought this was a good fucking idea.
Mom, it's really creepy here. I want to go home.
But you'll like this camp. Sonny, you'll see.
But it's not even in our solar system.
Hey, don't you want to earn your Earth merit badge?
Yes, Dad.
Then what's to talk?
Now, Sonny, it looks like rain, so be sure to wear your little raincoat, dear.
But I don't want to wear Earth clothes.
That's nonsense, son. You're going to be just fine. You'll see.
Listen to this. Who spent 325 Yamokas on English lessons for you?
You, Dad.
So, kiss your mother goodbye.
Goodbye, dear.
And be careful from the poison ivy.
Okay.
I like some of the other alien parts.
No, he does have
yeah.
some things that are okay.
But
the movie has some merit.
They botched the landing.
They botched the landing, that's right.
And that's the other thing. Every other fucking kid was dropped off by their fucking parents or put on the bus with the intent that they're going to camp with other fucking kids. They're enrolled there. They have a cabin. They've got a name tag. Fucking poor meathead gets fucking dropped off fucking in the woods somewhere by his parents. It's like,
Well, could you imagine if a spaceship landed when everyone was dropping their kids off and Meathead was
I know, but
left
he didn't
off
even
too?
get to check in. He's got no room, no place to stay. What kind of fucking parents are
They
these?
just left him on Earth.
Yeah, they just left him there.
He's a superior being. He can survive, right?
I guess, but it's fucked
He
up.
knows English.
It's like, what are these heartless fucking parents?
He's an illegal alien.
Trump would have been all over that.
Yeah, just throw him over the wall.
So, of course, like any other camp movie, the food must be bad, right? If you go to camp, the food's bad. So we've got a fucking chef who likes to drink on the job and pours an entire fucking...
No, he spits it out.
Yeah.
Because someone walks in on him, and then he hides the whiskey bottle and just puts the whole bottle into the cooker.
In the pot.
In the pot. The cooker.
Into the cooker.
I lose all words. I don't know. No words. I don't know any words when I'm doing this podcast. I'm like a total retard.
You're like a meatball.
Yeah. Hey. There you go, Mike. I only got a 2-year degree at college.
Oh, God. By the way, Wayne is in this movie. Wayne Arnold.
Yes.
He's the candy salesman.
Wayne Arnold.
Kid from Dirt by Kids.
I want to beat him up because he was always, he's the bully in the Wonder Years.
Oh, he's such a dick.
And he's perfect. He's too perfect.
You know what I don't?
I was bullied by my older brother, so I want to beat the shit out of him. I want to punch him.
I don't like him in Pee-wee. Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
He's great in it. He
But
nailed his line. You're supposed to hate him.
Well, you're supposed to hate him in Wonder Years.
Yeah, that's what his character. You're supposed to hate him. He's supposed to be an asshole, and he nails it.
So
I am ready. I am always ready. I'm gonna strangle him.
That kid sucked. So the kids are trying to get into the outhouse.
Someone's in there and it's locked.
Someone's in there and it's locked. The kid that's got the wheelchair has a winch on his wheelchair and is able to pry the door open.
They chain it, yeah. They rip the door down.
When they meet
Meathead. He's hiding in the bathroom. The outhouse. What a shitty camp. You had to go to an outhouse.
Yeah.
And it is 1984, but fuck. I'd be pretty pissed.
I've never used an outhouse, and I'm not eager to try one out. I'm afraid of snakes.
White snakes?
Yeah, all kind.
I had an option to use an outhouse, and I just pissed next to it. I'm not going in there. It smells.
There's stuff in there. There's animals in there.
It's like just pissing in a septic tank if it was wide open. So, Space Kid, or he gets dubbed Meathead, because someone says Meat Ted, and he repeats it. Meat Ted. I don't know, man. What's going on here? They just ask him questions, like these stupid 9-year-olds.
Yeah, but he's like, you hungry? Yeah, I'll take a Big Mac.
Yeah.
So the kids obviously make friends with this alien, and they're going to keep him hidden.
That's what they do.
Their friend.
No one notices. Basically, the fucking alien walks around the camp and no one fucking says a word.
Well, they don't know because he's in disguise. He's got the raincoat on.
Yes, the huge, beautiful sky.
That would throw me off.
How could you tell?
That would throw me off.
So the girls are going to jazzercise class.
Yes, they are.
At camp.
They're going to mouse
whatever. Flash sees them, and he's going to
wearing their great
check him out.
leotards.
And this is where he sees the boxing ring, and he gets basically gets recruited again.
Well, they want him to be Boomer's sparring partner.
Well, yeah, but Boomer is this big fucking Italian idiot. He's dumb as shit.
Crash.
I mean, it's like way over the top.
I think he's supposed to be a Rocky exaggeration.
Yeah,
obviously.
Way over the top. He's Ricky. You call him Ricky.
Yeah,
that would have been funny actually. They call him Ricky.
Yeah, why'd they call him Boomer?
That would have been perfect.
Ricky would have been.
If you're gonna make the joke, make the joke.
Or Vinny Barbarino or something. I don't know.
Just do it. Instead of it's Ricky. He's not Rocky. He's Ricky.
But then you need a Burgess Meredith clone, and it gets difficult.
Oh, I'll take it.
So Flash jumps in the ring because he's trying to impress.
Yes, the girl he likes,
Cheryl Kim Richards. He's boxing with Boomer, and he's actually throwing him a beating.
He beats the shit out of him.
Yeah,
real
he really
quick.
does. I can't believe Boomer's the prize fighter for this fucking
exactly. Guy off the street just cracked him.
Yeah, the guy off the street. We actually have a boxing expert on retainer for this show. He was unable to make it this week, but he was able to watch the footage. And
Mike called him and asked for some expertise.
Friend of the show, Matt, who you've seen on the Vision Quest episode, and I believe HOTS.
Yes, on those,
he's a boxing expert, and he was able to counsel us on all boxing decisions just to make sure that this movie was perfectly legal. So Flash fucking knocks out Boomer and turns his head to go look at Kim Field's character, and then he gets the old sucker punch.
Yeah, it was kind of a dirtbag move.
Yeah, a little bit. So Kim Fields is obviously taking a shining to Flash, and she starts asking her friend, who's like the confidant girl. She's the experienced girl, kind of like the bitch from fucking American Pie.
Well, at some point she already announces, "Oh, you don't have any shorts," or she's gonna let her borrow clothes. Like, we're sisters. Like, you just fucking sat on the bus together for an hour.
Yeah.
We're sisters now.
Yeah, well,
why not?
We're cabin mates. So basically, she's becoming more and more aware that this girl knows absolutely nothing about nothing.
She figures it out.
So she's never seen a pinky before.
Well, God forbid. You've never seen a pinky when you're 16 years old.
So she shows her a dirty magazine, and they're just...
All the other girls are just... It's like... Like this stuff's just sitting in their house on the fucking coffee table or something.
Yeah,
like,
here's a
dick's
wang.
all over my house.
You want to see an impressive penis?
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, check this wang out.
The one girl's like, "Oh, it's the biggest one I ever saw."
Yeah.
And the other friend's like, "You've only seen your brother's, and he's 5. No, he's 6. You know?
Which, take that joke as you want. Yeah. I don't know.
Could have 2 meetings.
Is that age or inches? I don't know.
I don't know if this movie's layered enough to accomplish a joke that well.
That's how I thought it was funny because that's how I saw it. Age or inches.
So anyway, the fucking girls...
Fucking whores.
The girls make a pact that they are going to have Cheryl see a pinky before the end of the summer.
Okay, you guys, listen up. You know, like there was a time, not so long ago, I might add, when all of us were just as deprived as Cheryl here. So I say that we gotta help her. I say that we take a pledge that before camp ends, she sees a pinky. Are you sure?
Yes, a pact.
A pact.
It's like American
Just like
Pie.
American Pie. And the girls...
Or Last American Virgin.
Yeah. The girls' head camp counselor comes in, and her name's Fanny. And
Fanny Boobs.
Yeah. And she will have no pinky talk in her cabin. She finds this magazine, she proceeds to tell them that these pinkies are weapons.
What's going on in here? Nothing. Is that a fact? Oh. Whose is this? No matter. It's confiscated. Just remember.
remember, ladies, that this is a cabin for proper young women. There will be no talk of pinkies. They're not playthings, you know. They're weapons. Dangerous weapons. Like loaded guns. They can go off when you least expect it. Do I make myself clear? Yes, Fanny. Good.
It's a comical scene.
Oh no, it's great.
It's one of, yeah.
It's great. There's few moments in this movie,
and they can go off at any second.
At any second. They can go off at any given moment.
Like it's just a ticking time bomb.
She's got a point.
Well, yeah.
Especially in camp. Not a lot of free time in camp. A lot of activities.
I gotta imagine there's got to be some pretty raunchy stories in real camps about.
I know.
About sexual things that may or may not have happened, like kids getting caught with themselves, with each other. Who knows?
Listen, I'm pretty sure there's a reason.
There's got to be lots of stories out there.
Summer camp is not really a thing anymore.
It still is. It's very expensive.
No, but it's not what
like
it
a sleepaway
was.
camp.
Like my dad went to sleepaway camp.
Yeah.
You know,
I went to camp as a kid, like a day camp.
I went to
it's like daycare though.
The town recreation camp.
I went to
that.
It's basically daycare.
We
that's
played
all it
kickball and dodgeball, and that's about it. We went to the local
and
fucking
lunch.
man-made lake. You know?
The man-made lake.
Yeah.
The beautiful man-made lake and beautiful New Windsor, New York.
Crestview Lake.
Crestview.
It's not even a thing anymore.
Burned down.
Oh God.
There's cars in the lake.
Yeah.
Old cars.
Cars. Dead things, Mikey. Dead things. So
back to Camp Patton.
Camp Patton. What's his name? Captain Hershey or something like that, or General whatever. The guy that runs that camp.
Bat Jack Hershey.
All right.
And we meet John Larroquette's character, who's kind of gay.
Yeah.
He is gay.
Well, he's hiding out in the army as a gay man.
He has one of the running gags is I hear a lisp.
I hear a lisp.
The colonel will say,
Where?
I hear a lisp.
Where,
sir? Where? And he looks around like he's gonna find like a rabbit or something somewhere. Like, oh, it's a lisp. There it is. It's hiding in the bushes.
But so Captain or Colonel Patton or whatever is meeting, or Hershey, whatever the fuck his name is. He's meeting with the guy that owns the lake, this Indian guy that owns the lake, and it's not the most PC scene, but I'm good with it because I'm a child of the 80s.
Whatever, it's the 80s.
You know,
it's not terribly.
But he basically
overly racially awful.
No, it's borderline inappropriate, but that's why I love it. So fucking
he gets the rights to the
whole rights to the lake, and he wants to use these rights to the lake to close the camp on the other side of the lake, and so he can buy it, and then he has this whole fucking lake, and he can make his camp bigger. Counselor Giddy, Counselor
Giddy,
camp director Giddy. Is all kinds of upset about it because what good's a camp without a lake?
Yeah, I mean
they say it a few times, and so he has to now come up with an idea on how the fuck is he going to keep this.
We'll
fucking
get
lake.
in-ground pools.
Yeah.
Imagine they go into camp and there's like 3 in-ground pools.
Oh yeah.
Or no, above-ground pools.
There's no lake whatsoever.
There's just 3 above-ground pools at the fucking camp. We're gonna play Marco Polo.
That's all you get. No water skiing.
And they're just they're all touching, but they're not. It's not instead of one giant pool. It's just 3 pools individually.
What if you just get a wave pool, like you're in a water park?
Do that.
I guess that would work.
The lake is free though.
Yeah,
that's the best.
So
you don't have to clean it.
So Giddy's idea is that what he's gonna do is he's gonna have some people dress up as if they're fucking
Hare Krishnas.
Yeah, and that's his idea for. Kind of,
he's gonna sell. Well, he's gonna sell his part of the camp to them, and they're gonna build a temple.
Yeah,
and then he doesn't want that. The colonel, because that would ruin what he wants to do.
Yeah.
He basically wants. I guess he owns the land there, but not the lake. He has no lake rights.
Whatever. Nobody owns a lake. The last time I checked. Whatever. So fucking. Meanwhile, Meathead, the kids leave him in a goddamn outhouse while there's.
To live in old outhouses that are abandoned.
Yeah.
For whatever, but I don't know.
It's raining cats and dogs. This poor fucking guy was left in an outhouse. He is having the worst camp experience ever. I feel so bad for him. Fucking parents just left them 3 billion miles from their planet.
Oh, shit. They should have called him Shit Kid. I mean, he looks like hell.
He's living in a goddamn outhouse. Fucking Colonel Hershey is going to... He sees the Hare Krishna thing going on the next day.
He's going to see what the hell's going on.
So he rides his fucking horse over to the other camp, and this is actually pretty funny when the gay guy
he's all dressed in like the
like he's going rabbit hunting or something.
Yeah, like fox hunting.
Yeah.
John Larroquette's character.
He's like, "Whoa, Marcel."
Whoa, Marcel.
So basically what ends up happening is that they work it out that the winner of the Champ of the Lake boxing match will
retain all rights to the lake.
Yes.
And then won't sell his side to
the Hare Krishna guys.
Real religious people.
Yeah, the Buddhists or whatever. But it's now we've got our
That's
plot.
our movie.
That's our plot right there.
That's our movie. That's the main
wrap.
plot.
I can see all the monkeys right now in the
You
script writing room.
see the gears turning.
There we go. Oh, I've got an idea. What if they fight for the lake?
Now, we talked about this while we were watching the movie. I thought a nice little subplot or just a layered part would have been, considering it's 1984, there have been many camp movies with murderers in it who might or might not wear hockey masks. How about like maybe a character in the background you maybe see once or twice, kind of creepy looking guy, and maybe you hear talk in the background of just people disappearing or going home. You don't know where they go. I thought it was a nice little subtle touch.
Did you hear Billy went home? He had food poisoning.
Yeah, like, where's
Same thing
Jen?
happened to Jake like 3 weeks ago.
I haven't seen him. They just kind of upped and left.
Yeah. I mean, I saw Kelly last week. She was going behind the bleachers to give a blowjob.
I thought it would have been funny. It would have been
Yeah.
nice. They could have had a little comical touch and a little background thing. Not like, and it's have the everyday camp stuff still going on. And people are just quietly disappearing.
You're asking an awful lot of this movie.
It's all hindsight here. It's all hindsight.
I'm pretty sure the director was kicking himself at the screening. Like, if only I had added a little bit more layering, this movie could have been genius. Yum, 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 yum. So now that the bet is all in place, the colonel is going to devise a plan where he's gonna, because he obviously can't play fair. So
of course not, Mike.
So he's going.
The movie won't allow that.
No, you can't do that. You got to
be
the
bad guys.
Yeah, exactly. They are the bad guys. So what they're going to do is they are going to put together a top secret mission,
and they're going to murder everyone on the other side of the camp, right?
Exactly. They've got
and just take it by force. There's lots of guns in this.
There is lots of guns
and
grenades
stuff.
and
bayonets. That's not what they're gonna do. It would have been a far better movie, maybe, if it just took a complete left.
All of a sudden, they're scalping kids.
Just complete murders.
Yeah.
Just Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Just murders, and they're gonna eat fucking Meathead.
Imagine Meathead was on like a little roast.
His head on a steak.
Yeah. And he's just like spinning over a fire.
I would have enjoyed it. I always like imagine that.
How's your Meathead
If I've seen
taste?
a movie I don't really like, and then I see it again, and it's totally different. Just different.
Oh,
Like, yeah, I can get behind this. Like,
Yeah.
just reshoot the scenes.
like there's a little
Just to
director
just to
inside
make
your
me
movie.
happy.
Oh, okay. Now, I could just see all the Hollywood cronies sitting around right now. Like, Chris is not going to like this movie. We really have to suit it to his tastes. So the fucking kids, that's all they've got. That's the army, is a bunch of fucking little 9-year-olds. And they go across the lake, and he pours out a gigantic bag of brass knuckles. And we're just going to hand these children brass knuckles and have them go pummel fucking poor Boomer.
Yeah, he's got some other lackey to go takes the children over to on a secret mission to basically. So I mean, these little kids break this guy's arm.
Well, they had brass knuckles.
I would like to see Boomer punching 8-year-olds one at a time. Just bam.
That would have been something if he at least
like fought them off.
Yeah, like
and
half
then,
of them, right?
Yeah, and then they take them.
That would have been great.
How about that?
Yeah.
How about that? That would have been good. I could get behind that.
Yeah.
Punching 8-year-olds out.
But while all this is going on, we're getting ready for the big dance.
Oh, so the dance is going on.
DJ'd by Paul Rubens.
Okay, next up! The ancient Sasquatch Indians used to boogie to this one, and now, so can you! Woo!
I like how the older counselors, like they've been trying to hook up the whole time. They just can't find the right place to hook up. Everywhere they go,
It's
they keep
kind of
getting
reminiscent of Zapped.
Yeah.
With the teachers and the
Yeah.
principal.
And
Like they don't have homes to go to.
Yeah.
Well, just fuck her in your cabin.
Yeah, I don't understand. No, it does come
Right?
up later, but things go wrong.
I suppose you can't be fucking in a cabin. Like these cabins are probably like
You are working
paper
with
thin
children.
Yeah, okay.
But
Kind of makes sense.
I get it.
The Zap didn't make sense. Though.
Yeah. But Flash, on the other hand, is one suave motherfucker. He comes to the dance dressed as a goddamn banker with his cut-off sleeves and his
He's
tie.
got a dress shirt with no sleeves. And it's like tailored with no sleeves. Not just like he cut it with scissors. It looked someone tailored
No.
it.
He went to a store and he bought that. That's Macy's.
Maybe his dad's a tailor.
Yeah. He's an Italian tailor.
I want to look good.
Over on the east side. Where
With
he,
a fucking...
where he whipped the mooks.
Think of a nice dress shirt, but it's sleeveless and a tie on. You look like a fucking asshole.
He looks like a guitarist in a new wave band.
Yeah, I can see that in Duran Duran or
Yeah.
something.
And I ran.
Yeah.
Ran so far. Oh, God. So he's dancing with Kim Richards' character, and they are just falling in love by the second.
I'm sure right now they have children.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Boomer's getting ready. He smells not so good.
Oh, Lord.
He walks out fucking for the evening, getting ready for the dance in his members only jacket, and is
pummeled by 8-year-olds. I don't even remember this scene. I might have like closed my eyes or something.
Yeah, he gets he goes out. He hears a voice call his name from the bushes.
That's not a members jacket. He's got like a satin jacket.
All right, fine. He got his fucking.
He keeps smelling himself.
Tino's Pizzeria jacket.
Yeah.
Fucking. He walks outside and he gets fucking sniped by the.
One
tank.
adult and 5 8-year-olds beat him up,
Yeah.
and he has a broken arm afterwards.
But the dance must continue. Because we're going to coerce Eddie. Eddie's Flash's friend that he met on the bus. He's like, yeah, you're going to camp? Don't tell me you're going to camp. And he is going to be the one to show fucking Cheryl her first pinky. Because they're convincing
him. Which they basically just trick him, like, oh, I'll give you something.
Yeah, if you...
Just by embracing him.
Yeah, if you
so
flash
he thinks he's going to get some pussy.
So that's going on. Giddy's looking for fucking... for Boomer, because nobody's seen him. And
he's missing.
Fanny and... What's his name? It's not... What's the guy's name?
Archie?
Archie? What? No, that's his real name, I
That's
think.
his real name.
Whatever. Fucking...
Oh, we haven't... He's the male head counselor.
Yeah.
We didn't really mention him.
Well, no, we talked about him and Fanny are the ones that have been trying to hook up the whole fucking
Yeah, so they're in like a broom closet or something.
Yeah. Funny thing is, like, she's all concerned that people know that they're hooking up, and nobody else seems to care. It's almost like it's common knowledge at this point. They keep getting caught.
The owner, he should care. You shouldn't be doing that in front of the kids.
But it's
1984. It's 1984, and no one cares.
He's in a closet.
This stuff, because this would be a big to-do if it was today.
Meanwhile, one of the little kids fucking
they
overheard
overheard the conversation
that he's gonna go to room 10 and Flash fucking this chick, and they end up switching the numbers on the cabin.
Yes.
The old switcheroo. Eddie is gonna go into the one cabin
with Fanny, the beautiful blonde woman.
Yeah, by accident, because that's not where he wants to go.
Switched it, and then the other male counselor was looking for her cabin.
Yeah.
And he's like confused.
Yeah.
I know it was over here,
Yeah.
but it's not the right number. It is
So,
dark out.
They're going into the wrong cabins. We're setting up.
So a
that
grown
joke.
man is going into a teenage girl, but he's a grown man.
At least he's not flashing.
But he's not flashing anyone. But the other girls are expecting him.
Yeah.
The girl that's gonna get flashed is sleeping.
Meanwhile, Eddie is gonna go flash his stuff to the cougar, I guess.
The hot babe. She's like
yeah.
She's
probably 27.
Hot babe.
And they both get. She pulls a shotgun. Next thing you know, they both fucking jump.
They both jump out the window and meet in the alley because they're right next to each other.
Now, if the scene had ended with them both getting up and just walking away slowly, I would have been fine with that. But that's not how they fucking did it. No, as they start walking away, Eddie turns around and opens his raincoat, showing his fucking...
His body.
His stuff.
His 15-year-old body. I don't know.
To the head counselor, and I don't understand why that happened.
I think he figured, I got to show somebody. I got to do my... Fuck
you think that's what it was? It's like, I got to show somebody.
I got to show someone my fucking sausage.
If I'm going to put on my dancing shoes, I'm going to do the Watusi. Oh, meathead.
Oh, God. This
meathead.
So, this is like...
There's just you know what I think?
This is what it is. Here it is. Meathead. So he's supposed to be kind of like E.T., except if, like, E.T. looks pretty good for a Steven Spielberg movie in 1981. Meathead looks like, oh my God, a bag of garbage. Like, someone put him together. Some makeup artist in costume, and he looks like shit. And they put it in a movie. Like, Basket Case looks better than him.
I'd say Basket Case and him look about the same.
On par, I guess.
Same material.
Good Lord, he looks like just a gobble of clay with a snub nose and a humanoid encounter. I want to punch him. I want to punch him. Yeah, that's a humanoid.
You want to punch Meathead?
I want to bash his brains in.
Why?
Because he just looks terrible. I know it. Not.
Are you aware that you might have mental problems?
I want to punch it so his head flops off. It's a costume. That's all. I want to punch it. It looks so bad.
There's a guy in there that has to go home to his family.
Yeah, put him in a figure 4 leg lock.
Oh, God. Put him in the fucking crossface chicken wing. So, the kids...
It had to be addressed. I'm sorry, Mike.
The kids... I don't even know how to come back from it. Fucking... The kids are walking with Meathead, and Meathead cannot get it through his head that if he wants to look normal, he can't walk through things. Because he's walking through doors, he's walking through trees.
Yeah,
people are going to spot him.
Using his powers.
I mean,
he's using his E.T. powers.
Like, yeah, the disguise is pretty good, but not when you're walking through things.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Now, here's a scene I actually thought that should have been
This might be the best scene of the movie.
See, I think this should have been better than what it was.
And they could have improved on it.
Yeah. Now, Flash gets back to the cabin and sees that nobody's there. And Meathead is walking through the woods because he's just going to go practice walking around stuff.
He's just... No, the kids say, "Hey, see you later, Meathead."
Yeah.
They just split on him. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Like,
he's going to... Well,
we're going to leave this alien by himself.
Well,
he's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life, but bye.
I'm not going to ask him, like, fucking cosmic fucking facts about
Yeah, no, right? What's the meaning of life? Can you give me powers or something?
Yeah, hey, by the way, how did you travel at the speed of fucking light? I'd like to know that information. It'll make me a millionaire.
So Flash is lighting up a J.
Yeah. Sparking up a J. And he's taking a few hits, and all of a sudden, Flash or fucking Meathead comes walking on through the wall.
Right through the wall.
He's like, "Hey, Flash."
Hey, Flash.
And
fucking, we haven't done a Meathead impersonation yet. Hey, Flash.
I'm gonna go practice walking around.
That's as good. I'm nailing that impression because it's just like another guy doing a voice. It's it.
Hey, Flash.
It's nothing spectacular at all.
But I love how he takes the hit. He looks at fucking Meathead, looks at the joint, and then tries to throw it away. But then Meathead fucking takes a toke out of the fucking thing.
He catches it with his powers.
Yeah.
And he takes a toke.
And his eyes go red.
And he floats up in the air.
Flash, why are you a dog? I'm not kidding. That's how it sounds.
That's his voice. There is no... Anyone can do it.
Yeah.
It's like when Adam Sandler does voices. Anyone can do those voices.
For the most part.
Anyone just change your voice a little bit. That's it. That's how bad it is.
Why are you a dog?
Hey, Flash.
Oh, God. So the kids come walking in. They see Meathead. And now it's all like fucking, we got an alien here. Let's all be friends. Keep it under wraps.
He's like, I guess I've been doing a real good job. He didn't notice there was an alien there. I was like, well, yeah, but you don't care because this is community service. You don't give a shit. But now I guess he cares. He cares now. I'm not being a good CIT.
Here he has an opportunity to make a fucking impression on these youngsters, and he just turns their back to them. And they're out there walking around with aliens.
You know what's kind of a terrible thing is that you got all the kids in this cabin are like, they're 10 or younger, and you got the handicapped kid who's like 14, and he gets stuck with these little kids.
Well, they must have assumed that because he was in a wheelchair, he was behind in his development.
Yeah, I guess so. Because I mean, honestly, if you would not want to be, if I was in camp and I was like 12, I would not want to be in a cabin with 8-year-olds. You know what I mean?
Maybe they're really good guys.
It's not. You're not. The age difference doesn't make a difference.
They could have been really good guys, though.
They ruined that handicapped kid's summer.
They ruined it. I think Meathead...
Video Rangers, where we dive deep on analysis for Meatballs 2.
I think fucking Meathead had the worst summer. He was sleeping in an outhouse. He didn't even have a cabin.
Yeah, I suppose so.
All right, so fucking the next scene is Flash fucking returning the ores to the, I don't know, the fucking
somewhere
supply building.
Sure.
And we find out that Boomer had his arm broken and he can't fight, so Giddy is going to fucking fight in an attempt to keep this camp.
Yeah, he's going to fight in his place.
Obviously, Flash is going to end up in the ring, and I think everybody knew that within the first 10 minutes where they set the whole thing up. That at some point Flash was going to end up in this boxing ring, right?
It was pretty obvious.
Yeah. So Flash fucking agrees that he's going to be the champ of the lake. He's going to fight in the fight. And Giddy's off the hook, which is good because he was terrible. If you saw him, he was throwing 2 hands at one time. I don't even know what some of those moves were. That's why we needed Matt here to consult on that to see.
Yeah, he hit some weird moves.
Yeah.
Double-fisted punches.
Yeah, I've never seen those. I'd actually like to know the first time on record that actually happened.
I don't know if he was stretching. I don't know.
Imagine it was just stretches. All right, so the next scene, the Colonel is feeding raw steaks to his fucking fighter that you can't see because he's in a fucking box.
He's in a cage.
Yeah.
Who ends up to being the ogre from Revenge of the Nerds.
Isn't that great? But he knows that like something's still wrong. Like they haven't backed out of this fucking thing yet. So they are gonna send them on another mission to get the other fighter. They want to get. They're gonna go get Flash now. Because right now the kids are all in the movie house. They're watching the movie, which is like called Dark Shadows or something. That the director of this movie, it's the movie that he had done in '77 or something. And I don't even think it's called Dark Shadows, but it's something.
It's like the kids are watching it, and it's supposed to be scary. And Meatwad, I want to call him Meatwad. Meathead's watching it, and he covers his eyes with his stupid rubber arms.
They can't even cover his eyes. He has to cross his hands.
It's
so bad. But anyway, so Cheryl's friend is telling Flash that Cheryl wants to meet him to go skinny dipping. And then she goes over and tells Cheryl that Flash is going to show her the Big Dipper.
They go stargazing, and they want to meet up in the woods.
Yeah, well, obviously there's some confusion, and she thinks the Big Dipper is the constellation. Insanity. Man, when you explain it, it just sounds so stupid.
When you write it down and just read it, and I hear you read it to me, and it's
like what is going on here? That's the funny part is that somebody did write this down, and somebody else had to read it, and somebody else approved it.
This is the first draft.
This is the first draft.
Yeah. I think they just like, oh no, I'm not done with that yet. Nah, it's good enough.
Yeah.
This is fine.
Video stores are popping up all over the country.
Hey, I need a movie.
We got to fill shelves.
Someone ran into the writer's room. I need a movie. Just take that one off the top. Oink.
Dude, I'm telling you.
That's what happened.
This is basically what happened. Video rental stores needed to fill shelves, and movies came out.
So they fired movies out. Think about now. A lot of people don't remember this, but the last few years of the video rental stores, I remember walking around and I'd see movies with like Matthew Broderick in it, and like famous actors, and I'm like, I don't remember this coming out of theaters. Now they just go straight to DVD. Like there was way more straight to DVDs than I can remember, with like actual good actors in them.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I imagine they thought they could get in theaters, but then they tested them and they're like, well, this movie's probably not very good, so we'll just go straight to DVD because it's a lot cheaper. And
that's the difference, because in the 80s they were making movies for straight to video.
Made them.
But they made them to go to the video store.
Tell that. You didn't know if a movie was in theaters or not. Because
not really, because you didn't know if it maybe just didn't come to your town.
Exactly.
Yeah. But there weren't too many straight-to-video movies at the time with big-name actors in them.
No.
Like, fucking, trying to think of somebody, Harrison Ford was not doing a straight-to-video movie. It just wasn't fucking happening. Now, that's way more common. There's way more fucking straight-to-the-internet movies. You know, I'm sure they don't intend them to go that way. It's just like, hey, why am I going to release this in the theater? One guy's going to go see it, and that guy's going to bring a bottle of wine and some cheese. You know, like. So anyway, fucking. Apparently, it's fucking freezing out. Cheryl and fucking Flash are dressed in fall gear, like they're fucking.
Yeah.
You know,
it looks cold.
You got Fanny.
People got sweaters on and.
Yeah, Fanny and the other fucking guy. I forget this counselor's name. The other adult counselor.
Just call him John.
Yeah, just call him John. They're hooking up they got a perfect spot. They won't get caught now.
Middle of the woods.
Yeah.
They should be able to fuck.
Yeah.
In case Jason Voorhees shows up. He doesn't like people fucking at his camp.
No, he doesn't. The army camp is fucking coming over because they're going to kidnap fucking Flash. There's a bear in the woods. I mean...
Throw a bear in there, too.
How? Because, again, tagline for the movie, the insanity continues.
It does continue. So, what's her name?
Cheryl?
Cheryl doesn't know that they're going skinny dipping. So they're having their conversation, and it's not clear. She still thinks they're kind of just going stargazing or whatever. So when Flash goes to change, he gets undressed, and he gets in the water. And Cheryl is confused, and she goes investigates, and the bear is there. Insanity happens. Oh! The three girls are watching from a tree, her bunkmates. At some point, one of the kids who has a loaded weapon, who's like 9, shoots... I think by accident.
Yeah,
it's the
hits
branch.
a branch. Falls on a naked Flash, knocks him out cold. The whole camp and everything runs past Fanny and the other guy fucking hooking up. She's pissed. Flash gets fucking thrown in a fucking rubber boat and taken back to the other camp.
Yeah, they just kidnap him.
Yeah, and now it's the day of the big fucking fight. Flash is nowhere to be found.
We had this discrepancy of which camp they were at.
Yeah.
Because Flash wakes up and he goes into John Larroquette's the gay guy in the movie, and he finds a dress to put on. He has no clothes. He's still naked. He's still on the other side of the camp. I guess it's not that far away, but this I'm pretty sure. I just saw we're kind of going through it again. They're at their camp.
Okay, so he put this dress on
and then came over,
crossed the lake, and instead of fucking going to his bunk and putting regular clothes on, he chose to fight in his dress.
Think about it. He is naked, and he still has to walk over naked then.
Yeah.
Because he's on the other side of the camp.
Yeah.
So he figured to put something on, and he just went over.
But why would you... But if you're back on your side of the camp, why wouldn't you just...
I know where you're coming from, yes. I would want to put something on, though.
Why would you walk into a gymnasium...
back to the other... Yes, I would not. I would go back and change again.
Now, I know we're digging a little too deep into this. And
that's what we're here for.
I know that
this is what we're here for.
I understand that the dress is supposed to be... It's supposed to be funny that he's fighting in this dress.
Yes.
But just, directors out there, fucking... Fill in your plot holes with, hey, at least make them fight on that side of the camp so he doesn't have fucking time to go get back in
That's
jail.
what happened. Because now, that's what happened.
All right, and now that we got that out of the way, let's get down to brass tacks here. We got a fight on our hands.
We got a boxing match.
And we've got an Italian in a dress. Hey, what do you think of this lapel you got here, It really... breeze my nuts.
I'm gonna put some ether on my gloves.
Yeah, I got the old Brajol just swinging around here. I hope he doesn't give me an old low blow. By the way, Flash is in great shape.
Oh, yeah? You like his body?
Yeah. We're talking about men's bodies. You must be looking for Lieutenant Foxwell's... What is it? Lieutenant Foxwell?
Foxglove?
Whatever.
Foxglove?
So...
Foxglove? I think you call him Foxglove.
I like how Pee-wee... Paul Rubin's character is the referee for this fight.
Yeah, he does a good job.
Yeah.
All right, listen up. This is going to be a fair fight. Throw any weird punches and I'll be forced to get physical with you. Any questions? All right, shake hands.
Who else is going to be the referee?
Yeah.
Perfect for it. It's like a wrestling match. Might as well be one.
I just love why does he walk in this dress? Everybody is looking at him.
Honestly, considering his ego in the movie, there's no fucking way He's walking in here with a dress. I can get maybe it's cold out and he walked back from the other side of the lake in a dress because he couldn't find anything else. Even though I did see pants in that closet. They were pink pants, but I'd still rather wear pink pants than a fucking whole dress.
But he
I
manages.
don't want to look like an asshole if he's, you know.
He's got the dress on, but he's also got a nice Converse and socks on. Where'd he get those from?
I don't know. The White Shadow?
I guess.
The White Shadow?
I guess he dropped them off like, hey, Flash, I heard you needed these.
Yeah, it makes no sense. He would definitely have gone back, considering his ego. He would definitely went back to his bunk and changed
But
again.
then we wouldn't have got boxing match in a dress.
This is why it should have been somewhere else.
Yes.
It shouldn't have been at the original camp. But
I'm assuming
I digress.
I'm assuming they were just standing there like nobody cares. Nobody's gonna
No one
notice.
cares about Meatballs 2.
Yeah.
And here we are in 2017
talking.
And hey, wait a second. That guy's not wearing the same shirt he had on in that scene.
But you know
and
what?
I want to ask that question at the next Comic-Con, and he's gonna go, "Well, a wizard did it."
But now you think up to this point like that we've discovered the biggest plot hole of the movie, but you wait till we get to the end of this fucking shit show, and we're gonna uncover the biggest plot hole of them all. Yeah,
we have uncovered a big secret.
I've never read about it anywhere else, and we discovered it while we were half drunk.
We're the first ones. Probably not. But
Probably
whatever.
not.
No one's just written about it. That's all.
Yeah, we're not that clever. But anyway, the fight is about to begin. All right, so the fight begins, and Flash is getting the fucking shit kicked out of him by Ogre. We're going to call him Ogre? I
Yeah.
guess?
No, he's Ogre.
Yeah. I mean, Flash is violating all kinds of rules. He jumps on top of him and wraps his legs around him.
Well, he's in a dress.
He is in a dress. He's just taking a fucking pummeling.
He's getting his ass kicked.
It's pretty bad. He gets knocked out of the fucking ring at one fucking point, which I thought was ending of the fight, but a consultant, Matt, who we have on retainer, told me that you have a 20-second count. You have 10 seconds to get back to the ring and then 10 seconds to actually get up on your feet. All right, fine. But you would think after you got knocked clean out of the ring like 3 times, somebody call the fucking fight.
Oh, he knocks him out once.
By the way, where's the fucking headgear? They're still minors. Teen Wolf, they had headgear, and that was collegiate.
Oh, he does knock him out twice. He knocks him out of the ring twice.
Yeah.
I must have got up and...
Meanwhile, fucking Meathead's just chilling in the fucking crowd, not like, can you help Flash out, man? He gave you some weed, man.
He's sitting in, he gets caught by the crowd, and there's another guy kind of looking down his dress, like up the skirt.
Oh yeah, looking
He's
right.
He's got no underwear on.
Looking at his pinky.
You find that out later. He's looking right at his pinky.
He's face to face with his pinky.
I think he's in love.
He was impressed by his pinky.
And I gotta say, hang on. When these girls say pinky, I've never been more creeped out by women. You know, usually it's a guy who says some creepy stuff to a girl. When these girls say pinky, I'm like, ugh, I feel like dirty. Like the way they say it, they're just like, yeah, it's pinky. It's just disgusting.
Oh my god.
I felt sexually assaulted by them when they said pinky.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
I'm turning over a new leaf.
Turning over a new leaf. So Flash gets back in the ring again after, was it 2 times he's been knocked out of the ring?
Knocked out of the ring. He's been knocked down 3 times now.
Yeah.
If getting knocked out of the ring is getting knocked down, correct?
Yeah.
So now he's been knocked down. So he's been TKO.
Well, I guess there's no unlimited knockdowns.
Must the bell rang? I don't know.
No, he does get saved by the bell. That is what happens.
Okay.
He does get saved by the bell.
Yeah, I gotta say I'm impressed by Pee Wee Herman's skills here as a referee. He does all the things. He's checking hands and brings hands back.
Yeah.
He looks like a real ref.
Yeah, no, he studied for this.
I think he did.
He had 6 months at DeVry. Meanwhile, all right, so I like this scene. The counselors have been trying to hook up this whole fucking time.
Yes.
He's like, oh, I found Fanny. I found the perfect fucking place. And she's, please, I love them. He's just staring at her tits.
Fanny, I know a place. Please, I got it all figured out.
Whatever you have got figured out does not include me.
Fanny, please. I love them.
Oh!
I mean you.
I love them.
I love them. Slaps him in the face. How dare you love my boobs? Love something else. Love my brain. What kind of shit is that? Believe me, if some woman came up to me and was like, I love your balls, I'd be like, nice.
Nice.
I wouldn't be like, oh, why don't you love me for my mind?
So,
go ahead, love me for my balls.
As Mike rambles on about his balls, Flash gets knocked out. Flash gets knocked down.
Again.
And Space Kid intervenes. Or Meathead. I just want to call him Space Kid.
Meathead.
Come
on, Flash. Get up, Flash.
Meathead intervenes with his big bulbousy head. His head looks like fucking Oklahoma.
How no one has no... His head does look like the state of Rhode Island.
Yeah. That's what his head looks like. He levitates him up while he's basically unconscious still. So had the ogre punched him again, he would have knocked his head right the fuck off.
Yeah.
He would have killed him.
Now he's just standing there fucking comatose, but he's being controlled by Meathead.
Yes, he even moves his arms for him.
No, I was confused.
Throws a punch for him.
Because he basically... Flash now basically is flying. And
yes,
I was somewhat concerned because I was thinking, all right, automatic disqualification, right? His feet haven't touched the ground in a matter of 30 seconds. I was like, the ref's got to see through this. This is just, we got to call this fight for unfair circumstances.
Well, I mean, if you can fly, you can fly.
Apparently, if he doesn't leave the ring, he's fine.
You can fly, you can fly.
Yeah.
You're not doing
There's
anything
no
illegal.
rules.
Those are your powers.
Yeah. I mean, really, he's just got the ability to jump and stay up there for a while.
You got hang time.
Yeah. You got crazy ups, kid. Yeah.
Crazy ups.
Yeah. And so fucking... There's a funny joke, like I think it was John, what's his name's character, the gay army guy.
John Larroquette.
Yeah. I think he makes a joke, or not that he makes a joke, the colonel does while he's standing next to him. He's like flying around. He's flying around like a fairy.
Yeah.
And he kind of does.
He's a real fairy now.
He's a real fairy.
Because he's got a dress on, so now he's a real fairy.
It is kind of funny how he's dancing around.
And he's taunting because he's flying, and he bops him on the head, and he's punching him.
While wearing a dress. It's funny. This is funny. Humor.
So General Patton here spots Meathead, he's responsible for this. How else could he be flying?
Aliens have landed.
Yes, it's very dangerous. We must stop this, and I gotta win my camp back.
Yeah,
I gotta win my lake rights.
But his idea to stop it is to walk across underneath the bleachers with a grenade, like it's only going to explode under Meathead and not under all the kids.
It's Meathead with hundreds of children.
Yeah,
it's like a terrorist act.
It is. Has no remorse for any of his actions.
I don't know. Would the government pardon you for killing an alien if it took out like 10 kids? It's national security, Mike.
Who's president in 1984? Is that Reagan?
Ronald Reagan.
I don't think Reagan would have been for this. I think he would have been upset.
No, I think he would have let him go.
You think?
It would have been conspiracy.
Well, there would have been a strict talking to, at least.
Straight talk. They would have conspired. They would have covered the whole thing up. Murdered all the camps.
So, fucking Meathead he gets distracted, and he turns his focus to the grenade.
With the grenade, yeah.
And therefore, Flash, who's fucking 15 feet above ground, comes crashing down onto the boxing mat.
His knees go up into his fucking chin.
Holy shit, somebody got hurt that
did
day.
And I've done that as a child. It's not comfortable. It hurts.
Now, what's important here is that the kid that's in the wheelchair sees all this going on, and he gets up out of his chair, falls to the ground,
to intervene,
and that's how Meathead notices that something's
going on. He can barely walk.
Yeah, he can barely
stand, and he basically kind of just nudges him and pushes him over, and he drops the grenade at this point.
Now, this is important.
And this distracts Meathead, and he drops Flash.
We're going to get back to this later. So, Meathead chases the Colonel out of the building with the grenade, and the grenade blows up.
With the grenade that...
All right, fine, back to the fight, right? Fucking...
Pin isn't even pulled.
No. So technically, well, maybe Meathead
still not a live grenade.
No, but Meathead's got powers.
Anywho. It's like it's basically like a big bee flying after him the way he's swatting at it.
Everybody's looking at him like he's crazy. I don't know why he's in uniform every minute of the day. It seems so uncomfortable.
It's a movie.
Yeah.
You're not
It's a
going to put him
movie.
in sandals.
I guess so. Now the fight's a little bit more even at this point.
They've both been knocked down
By the
a
way,
few
the
times.
fight scene is actually quite long.
It goes on.
You know, it's almost 20-something minutes of this boxing match.
It just goes on.
It does
and
drag a little bit. So Flash is able to throw in a few shots, and he knocks Ogre out, and he wins, and he becomes champ of the lake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Champ of the lake.
Yeah. Now he turns to the crowd and throws his hands up in the air, and Ogre comes up behind him and pulls his dress clean off, so everybody can see his pinky.
That's why I call him Flash.
Now that's a pinky.
Now that is what you call a pinky.
So yeah, apparently Flash has a big dong.
Is that what she meant by that?
I thought so, that they were so impressed. Because then later, when he's making out, he said, "You've nothing to be ashamed of."
I know,
like
but
that.
I know, but
seductive, like he's got this giant dick.
Would you want like somebody like that's a pinky? Because when you think of your pinky,
Well, you don't want
it's the
a
smallest finger on your hand. You know, like it's not exactly like.
Well, he has no micro penis, I guess.
You know, it's not.
I don't
like,
know.
Now, if it was Sleepaway Camp and they were like, "Now that's a pinky," I would.
This is an appropriate movie after now because
yeah,
and it was done.
We
not
talk about
for the
dicks
same
a
reason.
lot.
We certainly do.
We're talking about men's bodies a lot.
We don't see his pickle.
No. you fucking with your pickle tongue. So
thank God.
So fucking Flash is shown his pinky. He's champ of the lake. Giddy gets to retain the lake rights. All is well.
Yes.
You know,
Everything
all is well.
All is well.
And it's the final day of camp, and everybody's getting ready to go home.
Goodbyes.
But before everybody goes, Meathead gets a present. Nice little shirt.
It says, "I am Meathead."
It says Meathead. And
Right?
his fucking parents come and pick him up.
What does that mean?
And I love his...
Call me Meathead.
Yeah. I love how his parents come and pick him up, and it's just like, you know...
They
hey.
pick him up like normal. Not like... Because they dropped him off at night when all secluded.
Yeah.
But now they pick him up right in front of the cabin like they knew where he was.
I know. I love how the father fucking is the only one that comes and picks him up. And
They didn't want to pay another little person.
They couldn't get another...
for the mother character.
They damaged the rubber suit. And I love how, like, mostly everybody is... Not everybody, but a few people are wearing, like, the same outfits that they wore the first
day of camp when they first arrived.
Because yeah. Now,
it was
here's
shot the
where
same
it gets
day.
interesting. The kids get up to see Meathead leave through the window.
Yes.
And when I say the kids get up, I mean everybody gets
So,
up. The kid in the wheelchair
The kid
gets
in the
up.
wheelchair is sitting on the bed. His wheelchair is nowhere to be seen. And he just gets up like nobody's business. Like he
with
was
a
never
little-
handicapped.
A hop, skip, and a jump.
Now, we just previously saw him get up struggling, and fall over and push the colonel. Now he can get up off the bed, no problem.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, was there a deleted scene where Meathead healed him? Is that possible?
No, I think that
He stuck out his finger like E.T., and it was glowing.
No, I think
and he
the kid
touched
just
his
forgot.
pickle, and then he could walk.
Oh, yeah. He saw Flash's pinky, and all of a sudden he could walk again.
What happened here?
I don't know. I think that was just, hey, we got to finish this movie.
So
I'm not reshooting that.
Handicapped kid was faking the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Also, he can ride his cool go-kart.
That's our big surprise ending.
Yeah.
That no one else has noticed.
Yeah. Now, if you go back and watch this movie, you'll see it. It's like, wait a minute, why is he walking? So anyway, so now that Cheryl has seen her first pinky, she's like full on
It's like a slut mode. She can
Yeah.
like make out with the best of them.
yeah. She's all of a sudden she knows everything because she's
Yeah.
seen Flash's pinky. She's ready
She's
for
all
action.
confident. She has the seductive eyes. Like she's
a
done
real
this before.
live wire. That
She's very flirtatious.
Yeah. Kim Richards in full effect. And like they're talking like they're not going to see each other, but guess what, Flash? You and Kim Richards came there on the same bus. I'm assuming you're leaving on the same bus.
Yeah, you can make out a whole bus ride home.
But she's such a rich, prissy girl. I have a hard time believing that she's riding this bus and her parents didn't just drop her off.
It's 1984.
Right.
You just drop kids off on buses.
All kinds of holes. Boomer is fucking... He's back again with his
He got
dumb
the canoe
antics.
on his head. It was an earlier joke, and they're doing it again.
Yeah.
It's a dumb joke.
But before the movie ends, we are left with another fucking space scene where they're going to stop at the fucking planet or the Crab Nebula for some seafood.
Yeah.
Something like that.
They're gonna go, hey, you want to eat some seafood? We'll go to the Crab Nebula. That's the ending joke. Hilarious.
Meatballs Part 2, ladies and gentlemen. The insanity continued. Stay tuned for Meatballs Part 3.
Right after this show.
Summer Job.
Starting right now. Summer Job.
Which is the only Meatballs movie in the franchise that is an actual direct sequel to the first movie.
Correct.
The second movie and the third movie or the fourth movie have nothing to do with Meatballs.
They're just by name.
Yeah. Happens a lot in filmmaking. Especially in cheap films. So that's it. That is Meatballs Part 2, 1984. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as me.
For our
our 30th anniversary.
30th anniversary episode.
30th episode. Oh,
calm down there, Sparky.
I'll have to post a picture of the movie poster.
Yes,
on our Instagram account. Of course. So people believe me that I own this.
Is it here?
It's right behind you.
Okay.
Oh, man. Meatballs.
What a fantastic movie experience.
Isn't it great? Isn't it just the best? This thing ran so much, though, on TV when we were kids. This was on USA All
This was
Night.
On in the
Comedy
2000s
Central.
on Comedy Central.
You would turn it on a Saturday
I haven't
morning.
seen it since, but it's been on.
No, it doesn't run anymore.
2000s, not that long ago it was still on.
But you would turn on Comedy Central 9 a.m. on a Saturday, and that
Meatballs
fucking
Part 2
movie
would
would be
on.
playing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was like, holy shit. The TV loves this movie. It must cost nothing to air.
Pennies.
Yeah.
Pennies.
I'd like to give a shout out to the VHS Bandits podcast because one of the guys got in touch with me over Instagram and he's like, I fucking love that movie. And I'm like, me too, man. I was like, I can't wait to fucking record it. Oh, God. Unfortunately, not a whole lot to say about it. It's just Meatballs too. It would have been better had there been tits in it. I will say that. I think it would have been.
It would have been better.
I think it would have been like one of those sex comedies that people talk about.
Considering it just seems like there would have been.
Yeah. Now there used to be a very detailed list of all the scenes that were deleted on IMDb. There was told you
and
everything,
like trivia and stuff.
In the trivia section, they told you everything that was cut out. It was so detailed that
Mike's read it like 2 or 3 times.
I used to read it a lot, and it's no longer there anymore.
It's been deleted.
But there is an article that if you Google it online, there is an article that's like talks about it all, and they even have the link in the notes to the IMDb page, and it's all gone.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, so
unfortunately.
Unfortunately, for director Ken Weidenhorn, he did not get to make the movie that he originally envisioned. But if you'd like to see more of his work, he did direct Return of the Living Dead Part 2, also of similar quality. You know what we'll do? We haven't done this in a while. If you'd like to reach out to us on social media, we are on Twitter at Video Rangers, and we are on Instagram at Video Rangers Podcast. Come have fun with us.
Ask us stuff.
Yeah. Because I posted a question, nobody fucking asked one, so I'm feeling lonely. Nobody cares. Until next time, if you've seen a bad movie, we're ready to believe you.
On your shirt, what means this meathead?
Beats me, Dad.
So, meathead, you and Mama want to stop off to the Crab Nebula for some seafood?